like, all that shit, like screaming, fucking, wow, all that shit. And I remember asking him, I was like, hey, bro, like, not for nothing, but why do you, like, when you scream, does it, like, hurt your throat? Pause. Like, does it, like, fuck with your shit? And he was like, yes, it really does hurt. I was like, bro, shut the fuck up, bro. Why you screaming, bro? I wanted to fucking deck this fool in the head. I was like, yo, like, fucking, we were like, that was like right outside of PE. I was like, bro, like, it's only us, bro. Like, you screaming like if fucking I'm way the fuck across, you know, half a mile down and shit, bro. Like, don't scream at me. Like, how compose yourself, homie. Don't fucking scream at my face like I'm some fucking sort of bitch and shit like that.
Mash Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower. To let them know that it's the gods hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower. To let them know that it's the gods hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower. To let them know that it's the gods hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower. To let them know that it's the gods hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the stands sometimes like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. You wet Prada, the devil like inside your box now. While the angels fly over my headstone.
We are back with another episode of the God's Hour podcast with your boy Big Sorbavelli, back in the place to be, La Merca Superior Palace 81 Studios. We are live in effect, live and direct. It's your boy Mr. 9 Times. Yeah, man. Today's mathematics is, hold on, let me get my phone out. I got it prepared for y'all. Don't trip. It is October 28th, 2025, which means it is Wisdom and Destroy, all being born to knowledge cipher. Apply your wisdom to destroy all negative perceptions and gossip about you. To let negativity permeate your cipher is to build upon negatives. So never do that. Destroy negativity. Peace. Today's drip check, we have Vomero 18s, the ones that had came out when I got them in Indiana. Shout out to NC. We was over there. These are fire, man. These are honestly maybe the most comfortable shoes I've ever worn. They're like crazy. I don't even know what this color is, but these fuckers glow in the dark, like these waves that go across. They glow in the dark. And then they have these green, like these neon green accents. They glow in the dark too. I would imagine this shit glows in the dark, like the insoles. I think they're suede. Yeah, they're suede on the heel and the heel tab too. Oh yeah, I didn't even know this is heel suede too. This is fire. And then, very interesting. The kind of top of the outer sole is Zoom X, technology. So the top half right here, Zoom X, and the bottom is React X, and then you have like the Zoom X in the middle. I don't know how that works. I don't know how they could put those two together. And then in the bottom, they have they're kind of like cleats. You know what I mean? I don't know if you can see them, but they have like the grips on them. And then right here, it's kind of like a gradient rainbow kind of swoosh. And when the light hits it, it looks really fucking fly. So I don't know if you can see it. But honestly, these are fucking awesome shoes to wear. They're just comfortable as fuck. You could tell like all the weight is in the sole. And the upper is just it's real thin, very breathable, very comfortable, and fucking, I wish I had another fucking pillow over here, but yeah, and then these fucking, shout out to Miggs, but he gave me the fucking reverse Imperial fucking, I don't know if you could see it, the reverse Imperial fucking shorts over here. He printed them on backwards, so, you know, I'd be on some West Side Gun shit, like, oh, these are the reverse fucking Imperial Snowflake radial eye, all that shit, you know what I mean? And then the radial back, the radial navy tank top. I've worn these a couple times. I've noticed I've worn a couple designs a couple times more than the other ones. Is that a bad thing? Or do you think I should just do what I want? I should do what I want, right? Like, you're going to do what you want and just go to sleep, right? And you're going to snooze through this whole fucking episode. I'm super charged up, as you can fucking tell. Let me see. Oh, and then the time XP's really complements my whole shit. I took did I take last week off? No, I didn't. I took the week before that off, and I'm glad I did because it was fucking. I'm just so ahead of episodes, and then last week I was in Mexico. I don't even remember if I covered this, but last week's recap, I went to Mexico. I was pissed off. My tios wouldn't let me sleep. It was like 2 a.m. when I got home. We left at 6 a.m. I barely got any. No. Yeah, I went to sleep like at 3:30, almost 4, and I woke up at 6. And then we took off probably like at 7. We got to Mexico around like 11. Yeah. And then we ate some tacos at the spot we usually always go to. And it's super interesting because that spot, I don't want to blow it up because I don't need nobody in, like, that's a very sacred family spot for me, And so I just don't want to blow it up. But it's basically where my mom went to school as a little kid, where she went to school, and they only I'm giving away too much details and shit, but basically when I was going there as a kid, this place was owned and operated by 2 brothers, and I don't even know their names, but there were 2 brothers. Then they had kids, and I would see them when they were young. And it's funny because they can't be like no more than like 5 or 6 years older than me. I remember when I was a kid and seeing them when they were kids working there with their uncles. Eventually, at some point, it was just one of the brothers, and I want to say it was the younger looking one, with maybe the son or the nephew there working, just them 2, at least when I went there at that time. That had to have been at least 10 years ago, because I remember when I was a little ass kid, and it was just the 2 brothers. Then as the years went on, and when I was like a teenager, it was just one of the brothers and maybe one of the kids. And now it's just the kids that run the spot. And it kind of like, it blew me away because I know one of those fools was one of those kids, maybe, or I don't know. Because they were some dark-skinned fools, pause. But it was, let's say, it was that kid I would see chopping the meat, pause, Holmes in the back on the grill, and then the Wedo in the front, which maybe is the friend, because I don't remember seeing him. I only remember seeing like one of the fucking Moreno-looking fools. It was really dope, man. They have, you could tell like this, the place that they've been working probably been there since fucking Pancho Villa was fucking smoking fools back then. You know what I mean? So they had the grill, and you could tell they probably like never cleaned this grill. Like this grill got maybe like 1 million pounds of carne asada on that motherfucker. You know what I mean? The same, and they have the same cutting board. I think like, it's been chopped down so many times that shit got a dip in it because it's fucking, they chop so much fucking meat on that shit. And it was fire. Like everything tasted exactly the same. Maybe the recipe for the carne is a little different, but not all that much. You know what I mean? I still, for nostalgic purposes, would like to say it was better when I was a kid, but that could just be nostalgia talking for me, So I had like 6 tacos. It was good. Then I went and got interviewed for my dual citizenship. I barely fucking can speak Spanish. I had my dad help me a lot. My tia helped me a lot. So basically they just gave me that shit for $200 is basically what the fuck it is. Sorry to everybody that doesn't have the hookup out there. Get the fucking hookup. You know what I mean? I'm not going to help you. That's the thing too. Like a lot of people, they've always wanted a hookup from me, whether it be from music or other shit like that. Like, hey, bro, like, you think you could hook me up and shit? It's like, motherfucker, hook yourself up. I understand we're all at disadvantages and shit, and I might have gotten hooked up a lot of times and things like that and shit, but It's like when you don't even fuck with me or anything I got going on, or you don't show support, and then you want some sort of favors from me. It's like, man, fuck you, bro. Like, do yourself a favor and stop asking me for favors. How about that? Stop asking me for favors. Who the fuck are you to ask me when you don't even support me or even care about what I got going on? How about fuck you? Do yourself a favor and go fuck yourself. You know? But, you know, one of the homies, I don't want to make it seem like, you know, be a Debbie Downer about shit. One of the homies hit me up and he was like, yo, can you hook me up with some shit? And I was like, to be honest, I would love to, but what you're asking for is very, very, what you're talking about trying to get you a lottery ticket. You want me to give you a lottery winning number, and I can't do that. I can't even do that for one of my own homies, one of my own family members. You dig what I mean? Like, it's kind of like fucking, it's not a probable, the probability of me doing that for you, I'd want a similar favor back. You know what I mean? And not that I'm looking for favors to be returned. I'm just saying what you're asking is a very big favor that I don't even think I can make happen for you. You know what I mean? It's the luck of the draw. It's lightning in the bottle. You're going to want it more than I'm going to want that shit for you. You know what I mean? So you might as well just not even ask. You might as well just do for yourself. I'm just going to keep it real with everybody out there. You know what I mean? I don't want to make it seem like I'm a fucking dickhead or whatever, but I'm going to tell you straight up, like, I can or I can't. You dig? So, I had a real interesting conversation, and we had the quince for my niece going on and shit, and I'm going to save that for later because I already know, like, this shit was heavy in my mind. And it's still like already like the energy and shit is still in my mind. So we're going to save that for last. And, you know, I've been seeing like 480, New Balance 480, this other shit 480, like 480, right? And so I'm like, 480 angel number, bro. Like, where's that at? I feel like I had it queued up on my shit, which I don't. But let me see. 480 angel number. Let's see. All right. I just looked up the AI review. Shout out to everybody that uses AI. Does not have a single universally agreed upon spiritual meaning, but can be interpreted by combining the individual 4, 8, and 0 by considering the meaning of similar numbers like 48 or 408. It is often interpreted as a message to balance spiritual and material goals or a sign of potential financial prosperity, possibly related to an upcoming business opportunity. Now, what does that mean? I don't fucking know, but it sounded fucking fly to me. I got some 480s from my cousin. I forgot to give it to him. I was super upset earlier, and I was thinking about not giving it to him. But I'll probably see him Christmas. I'll probably just save it. I bought these fucking shoes like 2 months ago, and the fact that I'm gonna have to keep them for another 2 months is like fucking crazy. Like, oh my god. Like, actually, you know what? We'll probably all get together for Thanksgiving, so that's when I'll probably give it to my cousin and shit like that. You know. Let's see. I'm probably going to spend, all right, you know, I don't have to tell y'all fucking shit. Jasmine Nix. Jasmine Nix is a female wrestler. She was on NXT. She's a free agent now. Very interesting, man. When she left, it kind of created noise. Usually when wrestlers, they leave a company like WWE, NXT, or whatever like that, it kind of don't really go, it flies under the radar and shit like that. Like whoever. Like, people don't really care type shit, you know? But with Jasmine Nix, she's a beautiful girl. I forgot what faction she was. She was in a heel faction in NXT. And it was just interesting. She was on, I think his name is Ariel on Hawaii. I think that's how you say. Really dope podcast. He's interviewed like CM Punk, and I feel like Paul Heyman. Just a really good podcaster that has interviewed a lot of wrestlers and shit. And so Presley's asleep. Jasmine Nix, she was just talking about how she couldn't afford to financially be in a new contract with WWE, which I thought was fucking crazy. You know what I mean? she's over here talking about her lifestyle, not even her to support her lifestyle, but her business. I mean her business, her financial decisions and all that shit. She just couldn't afford it. So I think she said she was gonna venture into some other things. Like, don't quote me on this, but maybe like modeling or some other shit she was into, you know. But she said she always loves wrestling and is open to like all wrestling opportunities. And obviously everyone thought like, oh, she's going to go to AEW now. That's the thing with everybody that leaves WWE. Everyone is just waiting for fucking Tony Khan to come and scoop up the WWE people who leave. But I think it was a great decision to just wait and just live her life. Something like what CM Punk did. He went, I think he rocked for a little bit before going into the MMA. Well, when was that? That was like 10 years ago, right? Or why do I feel like that was like maybe even more closer to now, like 2019 or something? It was like, I feel like it was either he went to MMA shortly after and then went to WWE after his hiatus, or the other way. It was like he had a super hiatus, then he went to MMA, then he went to WWE. Oh no, AEW, my bad, then to WWE. It was crazy as fuck to see CM Punk go from like the big leagues, like New York, to fucking MMA. You know, he wasn't a great fighter, which is like, you know, that's not a big they say that like if he was like a dead weight or a fucking, he wasn't really with the shits. Like, bro, he was fucking fighting killers. There was no way somebody who goes from WWE can compete in MMA against guys who live, breathe, and bleed the sport of knocking you the fuck out with elbows and submission holds and strikes and all that shit. You know what I mean? It was just like CM Punk went into a complete different environment that he's just not used to, you know? So there shouldn't be like, nobody should be like really shitting on CM Punk for that. Going back to Jasmine Nix though, I think it was really interesting, like just her whole personality on the podcast and all that. It just made me more invested in her as a wrestler. So I hope Jasmine Nix, or that was her name in NXT. I forgot. I think her real name or the name she was going by is Jade. I don't know. My bad. There's actually going to be like turquoise Jade Air Max 95s that are going to come out. It's so crazy. Like October was like no shoes came out. You know what I mean? Like, what were the big shoes for October? I don't even think not one of them was big. You know what I mean? Like the October 1st, I got the fucking the Kobe, the purple Kobe snakeskins and shit. And this is a pattern, right? July, I got the white ones. October was the purple ones. The black ones are going to come out on the 1st, bro. Everything is coming out in November, bro. Black Cats, these fucking SB95s, Eric Costin, those the hyper or turquoise Jade 95s or whatever the fuck you call them. I just put in for those. Just like, yeah, man. Then we have the fucking Rare Air 11s that I want. And then the Black Cats, like, bro, I don't know, man. Like, November is really gonna fucking... I was doing really good, man, paying off my credit, man. I was, like, super close to paying it all off. Now it looks like, god damn it, we are back to square fucking one with this whole sneakers shit. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I really only want to buy 2, but I already put in for the Hyper J motherfuckers on feature, and then I put in for the SB95s on EQL. So, if I do the math, and at that point, we're not going to do Black Cats. Fuck the Black Cats. We'll just do the Rare Air 11s, the Kobe's, the Hyper Jade, and then the Eric Costin. Like, bruh, like, that's so much fucking money already right there. And then they have these fucking team colorways, California colorways that are coming out for Air Max 90s. So we have... the 49ers, the LA Rams, and then I think the Cardinals, the St. Louis Cardinals, which is fucking insane, bro. November is really gonna fucking test my patience with all that shit. And that's not even in November. That's gonna happen tomorrow with the Air Max 90s and shit. So I literally hear Presley in my ear fucking, he just stopped snoozing and shit. It's so funny. Oh, did I wake you up, or did the fucking street sweeper? That's definitely the street sweeper and shit. What else do we got? Bro, goddamn it. Biggie stole Juicy, bruh. No way, bruh. There's literally a fucking the whole rapper. I forgot his name, but he stole Juicy from whoever rapper that was, bruh. Let me see this shit, bruh. Biggie Smalls steals. Oh my god. Juicy. Notorious B1. Notorious B.I.G., bruh. He was from Mississippi. From Mississippi down to the East Coast, bruh. Come on, bruh. Let me see. Oh, this has been a thing.
Now, subscribe to the Patreon.
Nah, man, come on, man. Notorious. See, like, this is the thing. Notorious B1. This is the whole fucking beat. Okay, bro, come on now. Like, I don't know if this has been addressed anymore, but this breaks my heart as a fucking Biggie Smalls fan. Like, Ready to Die was the fucking... Bro, that was the Magna Carta, Holy Grail, Holy Bible. That was the fucking illest fucking album of all times, bruh. I feel like there's a fucking the UPS guy over here and shit. Hold on and shit. Let me see if I can fucking get this mic over here. No, I can't. All right, fuck it. Nah, I was gonna say we're gonna have a. If they did, it wasn't for me and shit. But I got a notification right now from ShipStation, and I feel like I know what it is. Let me see. Let me see. What the fuck? Oh, I knew I had ordered 9 tank tops, but I guess they didn't have one. So, yeah, I'm getting the tank top I didn't get from my order. What is it? Is it the camel one? No, it's the royal one. That's crazy. Excuse you. What are you doing? Hey, peeping Tommy Peepers. Tommy Peepers. What are you doing? Explain yourself. What do you mean? Why are you doing that? What are you doing? Why are you doing that? You keeping trucha for the homies? That's right, buddy. I always knew you was a down-ass vato for the barrio. You know what I mean? I appreciate you keeping the trucha on the 12. On the 12 or the 6. On the 6. On me on the 6. On the 7. Say something. Say something. You're defending the barrio? That's right. Silence is golden, and carbon and fucking cuetas are carbon, homie. That's what's up. Let me see what we have to say. Okay, so go on to fat rappers, right? Why are these fat rappers, Rick Ross, Fat Joe, DJ Khaled, why are they wearing button-ups with they fat fucking chi-chis and the big-ass stomach showing? I hate that. I show you this fucking extra fat on my arms and shit when I wear tank tops. I feel bad for y'all. Why the fuck are these dudes showing the udders when they fucking wear the button-up shirts anywhere in music videos and fucking in their shows or fucking whatever the fuck it is? It shit's weird, bro. Like, I don't know. I don't understand what it is. Like, I get it. Every fat dude has the dream of having a six-pack and fucking out in public for girls to see as straight men. If you're gay, then you probably want guys to look at you. I don't know. I wouldn't know what it's like to have the mentality of a homosexual, but I know a lot of y'all out there could probably relate to that. But I'm just saying that as a fat guy, the last thing I want to do is show my big panza out to all these fucking girls out there. I mean, girls already know you fat, bruh. Come on, man. It's just, your money ain't gonna blind nobody from how much you eat every day and how many calories you don't burn. You know what I mean? Like, if you're fat, you're fat. Own that shit, bro. Don't be trying to hide it. Don't be trying to hide it like by wearing skin tight shits. You know, you're really a double X, bro. You shouldn't be wearing a large shirt. Now you look like fucking what's his chanchi or choncho or whatever oh shit, not that for Chancho. Oh my god, I said choncho. That's crazy as fuck. Chancho from Nacho Libre with the skin tight shits. You know what I mean? That's how fat dudes look when they got that. Well, it's usually like rockers. You know what I mean? Like old school rockers that wear that type of shit. Like they'll wear the skinny. Like a lot of people. Maybe not. This wasn't. Maybe in the early 2000s, punk or goth kids were wearing I'll say baggy like goth. You know, mohawk, spiked up fucking hair with the Moco de Gorilla Gel piercings, especially like nose piercings. Oh man, that shit is popular now. Don't be wearing those shits. You know, in the early 2000s, that's all we knew you was, like for real weird. You know, but the fucking whatever, the silver chain and the jeans and the big black fucking baggy jeans and just blacked out everything, right? When I was in high school, I knew a homie that wore the skinnies, bro. He wore skinny black jeans with the Vans, old schools, with the tight rock band shirts and shit. And I'll never forget, I forgot this fool's name, but I remember he was like in a screamo band, like that shit, like screaming fucking wow, all that shit. And I remember asking him, I was like, hey, bro, like not for nothing, but why do you, like, when you scream, does it like hurt your throat? Pause. Like, does it like fuck with your shit? And he was like, yes, it really does hurt. I was like, bro, shut the fuck up, bro. Why you screaming, bro? I wanted to fucking deck this fool in the head. I was like, yo, like, fucking, we were like, that was like right outside of PE. I was like, bro, like, it's only us, bro. Like, you screaming like if fucking I'm way the fuck across, you know, half a mile down and shit, bro. Like, don't scream at me. Like, how compose yourself, homie. Don't fucking scream at my face like I'm some fucking sort of bitch and shit like that. You know, so fat dudes, man. Fat dudes are the real interesting, man. I'm still fat. I lost, you know, I was 240 by the end of last week. I weighed myself yesterday. I was 232. Now I'm probably 235 because I fucking had Taco Bell earlier yesterday and then Farmer Boys later. Shout out to them for fucking making me fat. But yeah, man, just taking it a day at a time, and I'm really trying to lose the weight and get back to where I need to be. I'm not where I was, but I'm not at my skinniest, but I'm not at my fattest, and I'm losing weight from when I was regaining the weight. So I'm trying to tone it down, man. These fools, APB store, shout out to them. They've been really cool, right? What happened was I hit the Bada Air Max DN8s. I hit on both of the colorways, but on different platforms. So on Feature, I got the beige ones, and on APB, I hit on the blue ones. They sent me the beige ones, so they've been really cool. Shout out to them. They've been, you know, initiating contact with me, staying open and shit. So I'm waiting on the Game Royal, the blue fucking, what is it? The DN8s that are coming out and shit like that. Fucking, I returned them at FedEx. So I go back to where I worked at, and I see the homie Ron. I'm like, Ron, what's going on? And he was like, oh, what's up, Jane? Oh, shit, here we go. He said, what's up? He said, what's up, sirs? What's going down? I was like, man, shit, man. Like, how you been, bro? And he was like, I'm good, man. How are you? He's like, what are you doing now? And I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm getting this chili over here. And he was like, I heard about that, man. I didn't even get to say goodbye to you, bro. I was on vacation or some shit like that. I was like, for real? I didn't say bye to you. He was like, no, man. We didn't even say goodbye and shit. And we were really close and shit. And he actually planted the seed in my mind to purchase sneakers actually, because I would see like Air Maxes or Air Forces and I wouldn't even know the difference. At that time, I was such a fucking ape in my mind that I was just like, dude, who the fuck cares about sneakers? It's so lame. Like spending money on shoes. Like, what kind of fucking idiot are you? You know what I mean? And he was super into it, and he was trying to tell me like, yeah, they kind of look similar, but you could tell like Air Forces are different, Dunks are different. You know, he was trying to tell me like, oh, that's an Air Max. Oh, that's a Jordan. He was super into it. He was telling me he got his son some J's, some shit like that, right? So when I seen him, I was like, you know, I need this shit done. And he was like, we all go by QR codes now. So if you don't, you got to go to an office. I'm like, for real? Fuck. So this is right after we came back from Mexico. I'm going to have to go back in a couple weeks to get my actual dual citizenship INE card, which means I'm a Mexican citizen now. Viva la raza and shit. Who the fuck just hit me interrupting and shit? Viva la raza. You know what I mean? Fucking Viva la raza. So I had to what is it? I had to go to FedEx office, and I went over there. They helped me out. Shout out to them. I hit up APB. They were like, as soon as we get it and we get an exchange, we're gonna let you know, email you. I kind of wanted to be like, good, go fuck yourself. I need my shoes. Don't ever make this mistake again. I'm not gonna fucking ever do an APB raffle, even though their customer service was A1. I just felt like for my timeline, they needed to be faster. But check this out. I've had way worse customer service, and they could have just given me a fucking refund for my money, but it doesn't fucking matter. Those shoes sat, and if I were to look them up, I'm pretty sure I could get another pair now. I was super close to fucking trying to hit them with a fraud thing, but nah, it's cool. I don't need. I just want the shoes, bro. Like, please just give me the fucking shoes. Don't, like, you know what I mean? I don't want no money. I don't want to do. Yeah, you see, they have a full size run of everything, which is kind of crazy because the Bada Air Max 90 sold out. You know why? Because everyone heard they were fucking limited. So Bada spun the block, re-rocked it with the DNA8s, which are fire, but they didn't tell nobody it was or it wasn't limited. They didn't tell nobody about the inventory. So that's what I feel like made everybody not want to buy them. You know what I mean? Like, and like hindsight's 2020, like the Air Max 90s were fire, but it's cool. Like, I don't give a fuck about missing out on 90s. They're already gonna come out with the LA Rams. I feel like that's an even better colorway and shit. They're coming out on Undefeated. Let me see. Undefeated, man, they're just killing it right now. Let me see. Undefeated is coming out with a lot of fucking dope shit right now. I'm sorry for playing a fucking stupid ass song. Let's see. The Undefeated Air Max 95s, they're cool. I'm just not a fan of this blacked out bubble. Like the air bubbles that they have are like on the black pair they're blacked out, and on the white pair they're all white out. So let's see. I don't think I'm gonna get those. So we have we have the 49ers. That colorway is nice. Then we have the Rams, which I think is the best one. The 49ers have the white gym red. The LA Rams have the white Hyper Royal, which is, it kind of reminds me of more, oh yeah, it is like LA Rams. And then we have the Cardinals, which seems kind of like the middle of the two. All these are fire. I would say I give the edge to the 49ers, and I think the Rams is the best one. I love blue. I love this particular blue. It's like a true blue. You get what I mean? Like the truest of blues with the yellow and the fucking, you know, I would say this is kind of like something like a off-white or a gray or something like that. I kind of do need more red shoes, but these are more like red accented. I already have red accented shoes, so I'll just go with the blue ones. Then they have the Kobe's, though. I don't think, did I see that? The Kobe's on the Undefeated stories? I don't think I did. So let me see. Undefeated raffles? Do they even have anything? No, that's crazy. Shout out to Undefeated, man. They fucking make some really killer shit. And I think the only Undefeated shit I have is the Spirit-Ons. I don't have anything else. I mean, obviously, did I buy the Kobe's from Undefeated? I think I did. But Undefeated has a really great selection of just sneakers that I applaud. Let's see. Yeah, just they have a really nice Asics, Air Forces, whatever. Yeah, man, these are flame. Yeah, they got good shit right here. What do they have? They still have these Air Forces that look like they're made out of metal. These are cool. They're cool, but I just wouldn't rock them, you know, like, I'm cool. I'll pass on these. Then they have these other Air Forces that look like you fucking went through the forest in them, like fucking Call of Duty forest, you know, fall forest. And I didn't even see that they had these Air Maxes, Varsity Maze, these like Pittsburgh Steeler ass looking ones. They're cool. I'm not a big fan of yellow shoes like this though, especially like this yellow is kind of like, it's more like a kind of vibrant dark yellow. You know what I mean? So I'm cool on these. What else do we got? I was seeing this crazy shit, man, that rappers who need money selling early episodes of their podcasts. Like, come on, bro, get your fucking hustle up. And this fool barely has like, you know, 10 views per episode. So you're going to want people to pay for a podcast that's not even popular? That's crazy. I appreciate the hustle and the support that you're trying to garnish for your audience. But I feel like rappers, man, like this is where they fall short. It's like not only do they suck at rapping and they can't get a fan base, but they're trying to do other shit to kind of like attract a fan base. You know, and I'm kind of guilty of some of the similar things, except I really have heart in it. I stopped doing my food reviews like on the Herbs of Serbs channel. Why? Because it was like, okay, like, you know, I was funny and I did what I wanted to do and my mission was a success. You know, I did what I wanted and people still like, I'll check my TikTok here and people still fuck with it. I'm like, wow, that's fucking crazy. You know what I mean? So shout out to everybody that rock with the Herbs of Serbs channel. Originally in my mind, it was just going to be a cooking channel and then it went to food reviews. So who knows? Maybe I'll pick that shit up when I have more time and all that shit. But right now I just don't see myself like at all, like, you know, fucking going back on that channel and doing shit. So whatever. So, you know, rappers, you know, and then, you know, I have my clothes, but I really love my clothes. Like I'm really about fashion and all that shit. These other rappers that just do it for the clout or for the money, man, you're going to fall off fast as fuck, man. Don't even step into this game if you don't have no heart for this shit, bro. Please. You're insulting real ones that really grind and really hustle for this shit. The true real ones in the game. You know what I mean? I just thought that was interesting. Like I was like, whoa. Why is this fool selling podcast episodes? I don't know. It goes to show you the reality of rap, where fools need to go to other outlets because they can't even afford to pay for their own production. You know what I mean? That's just the reality. I tell y'all, I've told y'all on this podcast before, this shit, nothing that I'm doing creatively can support me financially. Not the podcast, not the clothes, not the rap. Yeah, I might have had a moment where the clothes had me all the way up for like a week. Feast of famine, though, bro. That's the name of the entertainment business. That's the name of the game for the entrepreneur. You know, we're fucking, and I'm not saying me, but from what I know, it's like, you know, you're buying Rollies and Lambos and fucking throwing hundreds at strippers and, you know, you're wearing the Versace and the Louis and the Gucci and all that shit. And then by the next month, bro, you're broke as fuck, bro. MC Hammer type shit. No disrespect. I'm just saying he got shooters for real. I'm just saying, like, that's the reality of rap. You can't eat off of it for the commoner. I have a lot of talent. I have a lot of fucking, you know, golden years ahead of me. I'm just barely getting into fucking before my prime, like the pre-prime. I'm in my pre-prime right now. I haven't even hit my pinnacle. 2025, people are going to look back and be like, damn, that's when this fool's really locking in and wilding on this shit, because my life just, that's how it fucking pieced up like that. You know what I mean? It just fucking, everything started falling together this year. Even from like the clothes and all that shit, you know, where I still don't feel like I'm where I need to be. Like right now, I'm still like the fucking, the ratio, the exponential growth is fucking, it's just going and going and going. And I'm going to keep it going like that, you know, like I appreciate everybody for rocking with your boy. On the Radar has some of the most trash freestyles of all fucking time, bro. I was looking at this freestyle this one rapper chick did. I didn't know what the fuck she was talking about, and all these pretty girls talking about, oh, these bitches ain't as cute as me or as fly as me, and they all got bodies, and I could take their man, and all this other bullshit. Like, that's great, right? Like, you have nothing to rap about, so rap about stupid, girly shit, right? But then we get into like, oh, I got shooters, I'll put them on your head and all that, and it's like, relax. I could tell who just looks the part and who's just playing the part, and who can't even do both. Like, I could tell, like, the biggest problems these hoes out here that's trying to rap, the fucking biggest ops they ever had was the mailman, because they didn't get their Amazon Prime package on time or whatever the fuck. You get what I mean? Like, some of these girls is just like, they're really not what they're rapping about, and you don't have to be what you rap about, but it's not believable. You get what I mean? Like, there's no validity to it. Like, especially when you're on extra out shit, like, oh, I got shooters. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. That's the biggest, like, pet peeve I have. Like, I got shooters. You'll send my shooters. Like, well, how many, bro? How many shooters do you really have? 2, if that. Who are these people that's gunning for you, really? Like, you got shooters for real? Let me know, bruh. Somebody hit me with that. Like, I'll send my shooters to your location. Like, I'm fucking Bin Laden or some shit like that. Shut the fuck up, bro. Like, you corny, bruh. You corny as fuck to think, like, you could spin people with that type of aesthetic. A lot of these rappers, they have good aesthetics. They don't have good bars, good songwriting, or good songs in general. They just want people to believe this smoke and mirror bullshit, and it's okay. Like, it's like 90% aesthetic and 10% like rhyme skill. You have other rappers where it's like 60% aesthetic, 30% skill, and 10% like luck or some shit like that, right? And it's a lot of them like that out there, where it's like, 60-40, 60% is their image, and the rest of that is like whatever, their fucking marketing or their production or their engineer or anything like that. Like, very seldom are rappers out here really like holding it down for themselves. They don't need to depend on their team or whatever it is. And there's nothing wrong with depending on teams and shit, but just like, come on, bro. Like, don't try to spin no shit like if fucking you're the face of the shit, because you're not, man. You the puppet. You just you just on the strings, bro, and you're just dancing. You're dancing for whoever's making the moves for you, bro. Like, no one really believes you. No one believes the shit you try and say. Fallout Season 2 is going to return on December 17th. I could not be any happier. If you didn't know, Fallout, the first season was incredible. Has nothing really to do with the actual games, but the premise of it and the concept of the bombs have fallen due to nuclear warfare. The fallout sprung all these mutants and psychos and shit, and the rich people basically hid underground, and they live in vaults, big vaults underground, with people and the politics. It's just an amazing show, though. The first season was awesome. Can't wait for the second one. Let's see. Max B is coming home soon. I can't wait. Fucking can't wait, bro. He's literally going to change the game when he comes back. Hopefully he doesn't come back like Greedo. Shout out to O3 Greedo, but when he came out, it wasn't the same. He didn't have that big buzz and that big following behind him. He should have been right there with Shoreline Mafia doing shit. That's not what happened. He came out and he was on the low. Hopefully Max B comes out with a bang. And I think he got the right connections. French Montana, fucking Cameron, bro. If he links up if Max B does a song with Cameron and French Montana, his first day out, it's gonna fucking go viral. If they do a video, it's gonna be the biggest video in hip hop. I'm telling you, bro. Max B, he's got a lot of potential for all the stars to align for him to come out and be as big as he was when he went inside like almost 20 years ago or however long it's been. Joey Badass canceled his tour because of his mental health. Nah, bro, find a better scapegoat. He had all these fucking tour dates, bro. You know, and then he came out and he tried to explain it. If I was really going through some mental shit, I wouldn't explain. I wouldn't care about explaining myself to nobody, man. Fuck you. Fuck the tour and fuck everybody's mom. I'm going to do what I'm going to want to do and fuck y'all if y'all don't like it. You know, but, oh, well, it's just simple, like my mental health and I didn't know my son and fucking da-da-da-da. Like, what the fuck? Your son is like months old, so that's fucking bullshit. You should have thought about your son before you had a whole fucking tour with is it Rhapsody and fucking Absol, whoever it was, right? Like, that was so disrespectful. Like, that's a disrespect to like Absol and what's her name, because they're dependent on you as the headliner to sell these fucking tickets. They can't sell no tickets by themselves, bro. You fucking shitting me? And you want to come and make sure it's about mental health? Like, no, it's not, bro. Shut up. This is why I can't stand Joey Bada sometimes with some of the bullshit he comes out and says in public. Like, bro, just stop, bro. You try to get your clout off of Kendrick, then you try to use that to leverage yourself to get a fucking big tour that you're headlining, which didn't fucking work. It didn't sell. Now you want to spin the block and try to get people to think that fucking it's about your mental health. It's not about your mental health, bro. Stop. I don't believe it. And if it is, my bad. I'm sorry. But like, stop trying to spin people with no bullshit like that, man. There's people out here that are really dealing with mental health fucking issues, bro. Really, stop it. I was gonna talk about some other shit like that. I don't even want to go back to that because I feel like I'm gonna fucking explode on the podcast if I do it. So I'm gonna leave y'all with the message of the day, right? The message of the day is, if you don't believe me, believe whatever you want. How you see me doesn't matter. You know, a lot of people have lied on my name, framed me for doing shit I never even did. But you know what? If you've been around me and you've really been like, I'm talking about if you've been with me, I'm talking about my family now, with my whole life, and you believe one fucking lie that somebody tried to spin, fuck you. Believe whatever you want. I don't care. Believe whatever you want. If you still believe in Santa Claus or the sky's purple or the tooth fairy sucks dick, it doesn't matter to me, bro. I'm really out here doing what the fuck I want to do with my life, and y'all doing what you can. I do what I want, you do what you can. So believe whatever the fuck you want and go fuck yourself. This is the God's Hour.
Mad Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower, to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower, to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower, to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower, to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. He wet Prada, the devil like inside your box now.
While the angels fly over my headstone.